Greetings everyone, I'm Jim Wilhelm. Welcome to the second video in a series about self-understanding. In our first episode, we had a brief overview of self-understanding, and in this episode, we will examine the origins of self-understanding and why it is important to each of us. Self-understanding occurs when we know and understand our original essence, our true selves. We are much more than our bodies, our minds, and the names that we call ourselves. Indeed, there is infinite information available about our world and who we are. That information, however, is not perceivable through the 5 physical senses. It is, however, available to us because it is who we originally are. We are eternal, infinite beings with the same power of what some of us call God. That means we have the power to know the peace and love that we are. We have the power to create our lives in any way that we choose to experience them. I first caught a glimpse of self-understanding when I was 13 years old. It was May 1961. I was at Plain Edge High School during my physical education class, sitting outside in the grass waiting my turn to play handball, when suddenly I was experiencing infinite reality. Suddenly, I was having what I call a non-experiential experience. And I use that term because during that non-experience, there's no subject to experience anything, and there's no object to be experienced. That's because it's an experience of infinite and complete oneness. There is no other, only one. During that experience, I don't know what happened, but afterwards, I had a complete knowing that I was one, that we all are one, that the entire universe is one, and that universe is entirely within each of us. I knew that this oneness is peace and love. And I knew, without a doubt, that that is who we are. Some of us call it God, some Allah, some Brahman. It doesn't matter what we call it. It cannot be named. It cannot be defined. It is not a thing. It is no thing. It is beyond all thought. That day in 1961, I was left with a few other points about this infinite reality, and I'd like to review those with you right now. 1, there exists a singular living, indefinable something that precedes the existence of everything, including what we know as consciousness. This indefinable and unnameable is not a thing or a concept. It always has been and always will be. 2, though it is unnameable, many of us are taught to refer to it with a name. Some of the names that we learn are universe, God, Yahweh, Allah, Spirit, Source, Brahman. There are many others, but it is unnameable, completely unnameable. 3, because nothing existed before or in addition to this singular consciousness, everything that now exists, ever has existed, or ever will exist, is this singular living consciousness. It can be no other. We are all the same. 4, each of us can be described as a focal point of singular living consciousness. We are the one that we perceive as many. Everywhere we look, we see ourselves. 5, the universe provides a way that can reveal to us this singular living consciousness, our own true self, right now. The great Welsh singer-songwriter Van Morrison said, "Every second, every minute, it keeps changing to something different." Enlightenment. Don't know what it is. And it's okay that we don't know what it is. Allow it to remain nebulous. Make no effort to figure it out. It's you. It's like trying to see your eyeballs with your own eyeballs. Trust the process. Make no attempt to predict when or how. enlightenment, self-understanding will come to you. Know that it will come to you. You will definitely want to see our next episode when we follow the crumbs that we left behind that will lead us to our true selves. In the meantime, love and peace to all of you.